Welcome to the Park Arts Center in downtown Villa Park at 9 East Park Boulevard. We're having the Eclectic Art Show from the Studios630 group from Chicago's Western Suburb group. We're going to be interviewing several of the artists that have their works displayed at our location. Before we start the interview, I'd like to tell you about the Park Arts Center. We were formed about 9 months ago. Co-founders are Paulina Jimenez and Wendy Goals. And another interviewer today will be CJ Staunton, who is in charge of our social media and also will be interviewing some of the artists. So with that, I'd like to introduce two of the co-founders of Studio630, Sean McNamee and Sharon Tinker. Sean, welcome to the Park Arts Center. Can you tell me about your group, your artist group? When were you formed, and tell us something about your club?
Sure. Well, we were formed about 3 years ago, and it's been kind of a rough start to begin with, but because it took us a while to kind of figure out what we wanted to do, and we kind of started off with just a grassroots effort, trying to say, well, where are all the artists? And so we started, using Facebook and Meetup and, all the social network kinds of tools to just kind of start putting the word out. And then, once we started getting information about people, we were able to start our gallery at the Corner House there in Lombard.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Now, Sharon, how did you get involved with the group, and how did you meet Sean?
Well, how I got involved with the group was I had a school project downtown, and I had to go to Lil Street Art Gallery downtown, and I just loved the idea of that whole atmosphere. And then I was driving in downtown Lombard, and I saw the bank building, and I was like, that would be a perfect place for us to do something like that in our neck of the woods. Why do we always have to go downtown? And just through a series of meeting this person in Lombard and that person in Lombard and this person in Lombard, I finally met Sean, and then we just really clicked and just started bouncing ideas off of each other, and we kind of grew to this, and we're both kind of sitting back and going, wow.
Absolutely.
Sean, how large is your group?
Well, we have about 65 artists that are actually regular members. They participate somewhat here and there, but and it's just, I think it just kind of depends on how many works people have to show, but they like being in touch and staying with us. So there's about 60 there, and we got about another 100 that are just patrons who like what's going on. Mm-hmm. So
you're a watercolorist. You have in here an exhibit, and especially an exhibit of noses, and you're employed full-time with the arts. Can you tell us about what you do for a living?
Yeah, actually, I'm a commercial graphic artist, so I make video games. And if you've ever been in a bar and seen a game called Golden Tee Golf, that's the thing I work on. This is kind of the signature move for it. But so I work on some of the graphics for that, and try to get that in amongst various other games that our company produces. But on the side, I like producing my own art, doing watercolors. I love the idea of urban sketching, and I don't always have the time to do the urban sketching, so I take a lot of photographs wherever I'm at, so I can turn those into sketches and watercolor paintings. But I also do a lot of illustration too, so I do coloring books and that sort of thing, and that's
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Sharon, behind us is your work, award-winning Goldfish. Koi, excuse me. Can you tell us about how you got interested in photography?
Well, I've always been interested in photography. I just never thought about doing it seriously as a career until later in life, when my company downsized, and I decided, well, I'll go back to school for photography. So that's what I did, and then that just really fed it. And then it really feeds other things too. Like when I see all the work from the other artists, it inspires my photography, and then my photography inspires the other mediums that I want to start experimenting with. So it's been a win-win all the way around.
It's amazing. We've got a lot of favorable comments about all the artists' works in this facility. People are just amazed at the talent that's in the western suburbs here, and it's good that we have an opportunity to collaborate with the Studio630 artists to have this venue here in downtown Villa Park. It's really great. Sean, what is your future plans of 630?
Well, personally, I want to keep growing the group. I want more artists to be a part of it. I'd like to spread out into, other coffee shops, other places that might like to hang art. You know, I think it's really a good goal for us to try to get more art in our community and, you know, have, you know, the people, you know, see it and be exposed to it. And, you know, we hope to make it easier for people to buy art too. So, and if we can figure out how to do that, I think it'll be a big
That's
plus.
an interesting thing you brought up. Most of the work in the gallery is available for purchase, and there are a lot of people that are hesitant about buying this. I bring my wife or my husband, and they've coming in here two and three times to take a look at it. So if you see something you like in this gallery, and if you haven't bought it, you better buy it soon, because
It might not be here.
somebody's going to beat you to it.
Yeah.
It's so good that we collaborate with you. You have tell us about the meetup group that meets here once a month. What do you do during the meetup group?
Well, we kind of plan what we're going to be doing in the future. Like at the last meeting, we started laying the groundwork for another gallery show that we're going to be doing after the first of the year. We talk about goals for the group and how we want to move forward, how we want to do more collaboration with like Park Art Center and other businesses in the area, like the Corner House where we currently show. We're putting together work to go into the Vino Cellar in downtown Lombard. So it really, we just talk about getting a more collective effort from all of our members and just really be kind of a centralized hub for the artists in the western suburbs so that they know that we're all in this together.
Yeah, your mission is similar to the Park Art Center mission to outreach, inspire, giving artists inspiration to continue to work with the mediums that give them passion and joy, and also sharing art to the community, making it affordable. We have classes here too, and some of your artists from your group are going to be teaching classes here at the Art Center. So that collaboration really works between the two groups, which is really great. You have children? Do your children, are they artists?
Actually, I don't have kids.
Oh,
but,
okay.
you know.
I have two daughters. My youngest is, well, actually, they're both pretty creative, but they do different things, but they are creative in their own way.
Yeah, I'm experiencing, we have children's classes here as well, and it's so exciting to see the growth of the artistic endeavors with children once you leave them alone with the product. It's just a natural talent. Don't you think adults are kind of fearful of painting? And they shouldn't be, because it's really natural.
Right.
And it's relaxing, tremendously relaxing to pick up that paintbrush or any kind of medium and create.
Right.
Because I think that's really very nice. Is there anything else that you want to say about the 630 group?
Well,
I call it the 630 group, but it's actually Studios630. 630 is the area code that it covers.
That was kind of the whole point of our group, is this, we're kind of trying to cover a big area. I think the thing that I like the most about the group is just seeing all the different kinds of styles and stuff and being inspired by that. And I'm constantly surprised by when we have new people come in and they show their work, and I just think, wow, what are all these artists doing around here, and we don't even know you're here, So I mean, I think it's great when it's not just us, 630, but also Park Art Center, trying to bring artists together, and the more we can do that sort of thing, I think it'll be awesome to see, be able to build a really great resource for, getting art out there.
Yeah, this is our 5th gallery show at the Park Art Center, and you had a very successful artist opening night. It was jam-packed. I don't think you could fit another person in here.
No, it was great. It was nice because we've tried to have openings at the coffee house and stuff, and they go okay, but this is definitely more of a galleries kind of setting, and it just brought a whole different atmosphere.
It sure did.
To the whole thing, and
they're still talking about it in the town.
Yeah,
we received a lot of press about this,
Sure.
Interest in the newspapers, because they enjoy writing about new topics, and when they could get pictures of artists and their art, it makes popular reading, and people actually tear out the newspaper articles and carry it with them.
That's excellent.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and they've been meaning to, because we always ask when people come into our gallery, how'd you hear about us, and what influenced you into coming in? And they have hold in their little purse or wallet the little article, and it's really great. Sometimes they just walk by, so we have a lot of traffic. Our location at the Park Art Center, close to the Prairie Path and major streets in Villa Park, is very convenient too.
Carol, thank you. You've done a great job getting everyone excited about Studios630. By now, I'm sure there's artists out there who are saying, I want to be a part of this. So how can they contact you? How can they get more information?
Mostly they can go to our website at studios630.com. So that's at studios with an S, and it's 630.com, all one word. And there they can find information about our membership, when we meet. We have our main meeting is once a month. It's usually the third Tuesday of every month, but sometimes that varies, because of holidays or, family events or something like that. But it's usually at least once a month, and we get together and like we mentioned earlier, we kind of go over plans about how do we take over the suburbs with art, and then we just kind of try to figure out what we're going to do in the future. And sometimes we people bring artwork in, we do a little bit of critique sessions sometimes, and that kind of stuff. So we just kind of have fun getting together. And what's nice is that the artists, it feels good for the artists to get together with other like minds and stuff. So it's strictly kind of an artist getting together for art's sake.
A validation.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you're going to be meeting here as well.
Yes. From now on, we're meeting here. We used to meet in the coffee shop in the Corner House Coffee Shop in Lombard, which is a great place to meet because it's creative and it's got tons of art up on the wall.
Well,
but it's also
Corner House.
and it's a nice place. But there's always a lot of coffee grinding going on, so it kind of makes it hard for a meeting sometimes. But here it's even better because it's quiet, it's artistic, and you just feel more creative here at Park Art Center. So all of our main meetings will be here. Yeah.
And we are so happy to have you. We're here with Sean McMenemy and Sherilyn Gannett of Studios630. They are part of our eclectic exhibit here at Park Art Center. Sean, can you tell us a little bit about how you and Sherilyn met?
Mm-hmm. Well, like all of the artists that have joined our group, or at least most of them, we met through Meetup. And, I kind of put this sign out there for everybody to, find out about our group, and she joined and then started coming to our art meetings and decided to hang some artwork.
Right. Actually, I was looking for an art group that would be in the suburbs, and I'm like, it has to happen. Otherwise, I was going to try to make it happen. And so I was really happy that Sean had this meetup group, and I went there. It was a little bit wonderfully chaotic, but got some artwork up on the wall and actually sold a few pieces, and I was really excited. So.
Well, we're glad you did. We're really happy to have you in the show. You are a printmaker, metal, and mixed media artist by night, and I assume, and by day you are a marketing professional?
Yes, actually it's kind of like all wabi-sabi, whatever whatever I could fit in where. So right now I'm a catalyst and brand manager for a nonprofit. I'm also going to school. I do printmaking. I also teach mixed media art, and then also I teach precious metal clay. So I do a gamut of things.
A true Renaissance woman.
We're just a little, all over the place, which is all right.
Wonderful. We have here one of your pieces. She Picked Roses. It's lovely. Can you tell us a little bit about the inspiration? It was your daughter?
Yeah, my daughter is now 10. This is actually inspired by a photograph that I took when she was 4, and she was actually picking clover. But as she's getting older, I realized that, she's not just picking clover, all this innocence. It's like she's like grabbing at roses, and she's grabbing at like these things that you just want to protect her from, but you can't. You just sit there and you watch her as she like picks at the thorns and grabs really hard and learns for herself. And it's just this idea of fleeting innocence that I was trying to portray in this print.
And can you describe the process behind your art here?
It's actually from original photograph, like I said, and then I did a drawing, and then I did a charcoal drawing. And so from the charcoal drawing, I actually did a black and white illustration that I then put onto a board. It's like a big, thick board. And then I carved it, and it's probably, I'm thinking, at least 100 hours of carving time. And in that carving time, it's like a meditative carving time. And then it's a limited edition print. I have only 7 available right now from this actual board.
Well, that's beautiful. And
Thank you.
Speaks to me as a mother. I understand exactly what you're talking about.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here,
Mm-hmm.
and thank you for being a part of Park Art Center and the Eclectic Show. We're really thrilled to be in collaboration with you.
Thank you. We are too.
Yeah, thank you for the space. It's a wonderful space.
Thank you.